I'm thinking it will be the same.
Yeah. Got it. You guys got it? We're going live. We haven't done live in a while. So why not today? Yeah, we're going live. Why not? Ooh, I'm gonna show you guys something. Let me show you what I've been doing for the past 3 days. Look at that. So
I'm thinking it will be the same.
I've been sprouting like crazy. Got it. So I have you guys got it? We're going live. We haven't done live in a while. So why not today? Yeah, we're going live. Why? I got water dripping everywhere, guys. Okay, so I've been sprouting. You all know I'm the sprouter queen, right? So I have fenugreek, I have broccoli sprouts, and I have a mixed sandwich sprout. And then of course, y'all know I have to have my baby, right? What's my baby? Gotta have some
mung beans.
Mung beans. So I have 4. I was doing videos of them and then I got lazy.
I started yesterday.
So today I'll just send these out to my people and let them. I have the first part of the video. I got lazy. I should have showed every day the growth. Lazy. What you said, Phoebe, go ahead.
I said I started yesterday.
So will you send me pictures of your growth every day? I put yours on my website. How about it?
Okay, I'll send them to you.
I got lazy. I got busy. I was very busy with different, y'all know how this goes. All right, let me get a spoon. So please do that for me. That'd be so awesome. Because do you know something, guys? You all know that there are a lot of people who don't know how to sprout. Good morning if you're watching from YouTube. Our class, we just finished exercising together and we thought, why not share with you guys what we're doing this morning? Yeah, there are a lot of people who don't know anything about sprouting. I've noticed that. I've realized that. I don't know if you guys realize that. Because I met a gardener, a guy, he was in the, there you go, you can still see me in the store, buying all of his plants and stuff. And I said, well, I like to sprout. He said, sprout, what's that? But he's a big gardener. And I said, yeah, but we sprout. I sprout. And I showed him what I was doing. And he was like, he was really fascinated with that. So when you meet people in the store, just, let them see. So this is what we sprouted. In my jars, I have fenugreek, good for diabetes, blood sugar control, and Michelle says deodorant. I did broccoli sprouts, which is actually my favorite sprout out of all of them. Then I have a sandwich sprout, which has alfalfa, red clover, and zesty daikon radish sprouts. Look at that one. So perfect for making sandwiches. And then, of course, I have, like I said, the mung beans.
Where you get these from?
Oh, I'm sorry. So I got a whole bunch of them from Tropical on Village Road. Yeah. On Tropical on Village Road has a whole lot of it. All right. So you can ask your questions while I just try to get this in. All right, there we go. So today we're doing a curried beef chunks. I'm trying to give you guys some kind of meat. You should sell this also at just the store where you work, LVs. They might. This is just, huh?
They usually sell it. Yeah. Chinese.
Okay. Have you ever tried it before?
No.
Yeah. So this is soya chunks. Michelle, go ahead and give the benefits while I throw in my frying pan, my onions and my garlic.
Yes. So with soy chunk, good morning, everyone. With soy chunk is very impressive because it actually has more protein than chicken and meat because it has per cup, it has like 52 grams of protein.
Listen, hold on.
So you don't even need a lot when you're cooking it, and it's good to probably put some vegetables with it or potato or carrots because it's so high in protein. 52 grams.
That's wild.
Protein. Because it's also defatted. It doesn't contain the fat. It does have a lot of calories, so you don't even need a lot. That means 1 cup can feed a lot of people. A lot of people. I'm
putting in my frying pan. I know they're gonna ask me, what did she just fry? Put some flavor. Right. I'm creating my own curry because fact is, guess what? We shouldn't eat the regular one from the store because it has all kinds of peppers and things in there that we shouldn't have. Go on, Michelle. So I'm gonna put curry and I'm gonna put some cumin. All right, guys?
Yeah.
Go on.
The fat content is insignificant. Not a lot of fat. It's defatted. Fiber is 13 grams as well. So you got a good amount of fiber in a sense you can get from it.
How much from one cupful you get
Yeah,
13
for the
milligrams
one,
of
yeah,
fiber?
13
That's
grams
awesome.
and high amount of calcium, 350 milligrams, and it has some iron. So
Wow.
let's see now the benefits now. So you're going to use it as a meat substitute, and you can see it's an excellent meat substitute. Soy chunks, it's good for heart health. One of the, because it has omega-3 fatty acids and it's low in fat. So it's going to be good for the heart. And so you can use it as part of a weight loss journey because you're getting the low fat that you require. And then you're going to cook it with lots of veggies and, so it's perfectly balanced. I especially like it for women who are going through menopause. It actually helps you not to feel the symptoms of menopause. So
that's actually why I'm doing it this morning. Actually, I bought it because of that.
Yeah. So if you're having trouble sleeping because it has tryptophan, to help you relax. It's good for reducing night sweats, the hot flashes, vaginal dryness, mood swings. Personally, I use soy every day. I do soy every day in my diet too. And I don't have any symptoms of through menopause. Nothing. It is
awesome.
good, great phytoestrogen, and it does not, as a matter of fact, the fact that as we get older, we are losing estrogen. This is a great way to add plant estrogen, and the body responds differently than, say, cow milk estrogen. It's totally different. It's great for balancing hormones. Did you want to go on, Marlene? And
Go on. That's awesome.
Great.
No, that's awesome information.
Health.
Well, hold on. Okay, so in my frying pan, while Michelle's going to continue in a minute, I have my onions. Now, you wouldn't believe I have like 2 bags of regular onions at my store. I didn't remember to bring home any, so we are using purple onions here, which is fine. Lots of garlic. I have my turmeric. I have my cumin. We're creating our own curry to go with my, I want to flavor my soya chunks. I'm going to add my carrots because, the carrot takes a little longer to cook, right? I should have parboiled them, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had a crazy day and I was like, there's no way I was going to get to it. So I'm going to just let them steam down and cook a little while Michelle's talking about the benefits of the soya chunks. So let them just cook. That's it. Now I'm going to add some ginger also later on. Go on, Michelle.
Okay. So for digestive health, soy foods on a whole increase the levels of bifidobacteria and lactobacilli. So it's good for those healthy bacteria in the gut. And people who have digestive issues, a lot of times their gut flora they have poor gut flora. So it helps to rebuild that good, healthy bacteria in the gut. It has anti-inflammatory properties also. Soy foods on a whole have been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties. So it's great for people with any heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. As a matter of fact, a lot of research have proven that a little soy can help reverse or prevent you from getting breast cancer.
That's right.
And
That's right.
ovarian cancer, any uterine cancer. So it actually, a little is, just moderation, actually, just a small amount, and it's really good.
And also that if you don't have it, it can lead to cancer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So just moderation. Yeah.
Moderation.
It's such a sad thing while you continue, Michelle, is that soy has gotten such a bad rep over the years because, I think that the farmers or whoever decide that we're going to put a bad reputation on the soy so that we can get people to continue purchasing their meats. But soy is actually good for us. It's not bad for us unless you have a estrogen-driven cancer.
Right.
That's the only time that you would say stay away from the soy. You know, I remember you talked about not having symptoms for menopause. I remember my aunt, she was probably about my age when she started asking me questions about soy and saying, she was having such issues with her menopause. She said she felt like she was not normal. She felt sick and she couldn't explain why she was feeling so sick. So I said to her, why don't you have a glass of soy milk every day? And she started doing the glass of soy milk every day. And she called me about 2 weeks after. And she said, Marlene, I have to call you and tell you that I am now feeling so much better. She said, I feel normal. I can't explain how I was feeling. I just wasn't feeling myself. She said, but since she had started drinking the soy milk, she started feeling better, because it just did help her. Go on, Michelle.
And I have one more, even though I have notes too, but this one says
Oh, and you have something on healthier steps?
not soy, not chunks, but soy period.
Soy, right.
I
Yeah.
probably can look up soy. Yeah, I have on my website.
We have
also,
a lot of notes on soy. That's right.
Yeah.
I got lots.
Because a lot of people, just it has gotten such a bad rep. I also believe that because it's a complete protein and it literally as we see it, it's more nutritious. Because if you think
Mhm.
about it, even though they've defatted the soy chunk, it still has fiber. Meat has no fiber whatsoever.
Exactly.
And remember, in this group, we're encouraging everyone, Marlene is encouraging everyone to count your fiber. So there you go. At least it provides fiber. While if something you're eating has no fiber whatsoever, you need to question that. Because
not only the fiber, so you have a balance of the fiber plus you have your protein.
exactly.
So it's kind of like a complete meal with a salad,
It's
wouldn't you say?
Yes. That's why beans are so good and healthy, because it has a balance. God put a balance of, and with soybean, soy is a bean. God put a balance of carbs and protein. And so we could do a whole thing about even the keto diet, where they just encourage you to eat all this meat, or protein, without the balance of the carb. Your body, carb. The brain needs carb.
Yep.
So mood swings, all this, the fiber helps to counteract mood swings. So think about it, getting older and miserable, or having.
Don't say it. That sounds so mean. We're getting older and more miserable, Michelle. Oh Lord, have mercy on us.
Yes.
I hope that my children don't see me as older and miserable. I really do. I hope that they don't. I pray that they see me as a joy to be around.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Yeah.
So it actually helps with blood sugar. A diet, it helps
look good.
Control blood sugar. Let me see.
I don't even have anything in there yet. I just have the potatoes and the carrots, and this is a good meal too.
It's a nice meal.
But I'm going to add our chunks in about 2 minutes when the carrots are a little more cooked, because potatoes don't take no time to cook, and these are red skin potatoes, the organic potatoes, and the carrots were organic too. So I'll put all of that water, because guess what? The chunks could take it anyhow. There you go. Go on, Michelle. So if you want to find information on soy and the benefits, you can go to healthiersteps.com, or you can go to Something Better. Michelle has lots of information there on her site on the soy, and I have some. Go on.
I'm coming. I had some good notes, and I was trying to find those good notes.
Any questions? Any of you have questions on the soy? Soy is simply defatted flour. There's no fat in here. They take it and they just, I guess, create some kind of a batter, then they bake it, and we're going to have to rehydrate it. So I remember a very special person in my life would actually take this just like this and eat it just like that. No joke. All right. So let me read the recipe. If you go on my website, the recipe's already there. It says curried beef chunks. I just don't have any pictures to go with it. I have no notes to go with it. I don't know if I had hidden it. I don't know if we had hidden it, but today I'll add this recipe with it. It's really good. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite recipes. When I first became a vegetarian, I haven't had it in many, many years. I mean, many years. I haven't had soy chunks in many years, but I was in the store. Here in Nassau, you can get it from the Adventist Book Center. You can also get it from Dr. Hannah at Healthier Steps. not healthiest, that's Healthy Lifestyles, and there are two stores, Better Living, and you can also get it from, I got this though, guess where I got this one from, guys? I got this from Sensible Food Store, and it was so cheap. It was only,
Yeah, that's very cheap. That's what I like about it too.
I can't remember the price. Oh, here it is, $3.70 for 8 ounces. That's super cheap,
Yeah.
super cheap. And I have a 20% card at my local ABC. But when I saw the price, I was like, why would I leave here, make another stop, and I could get it right here? No, I just got it there. All right. You have more notes, Michelle? I'm gonna add some
Yeah,
more garlic. I love garlic. I think garlic is like heaven when it comes to food. I did add about 4 cloves of garlic. No joke. Can't go wrong.
That's,
If you want, you can always add some paprika too. I have some smoked paprika. It doesn't add much of a flavor, but it does add some nutrients and some color. While Michelle's pulling up some more notes to help us understand.
I will go
the
to my
joy.
website. It's just that I had the notes on in my email archive where it's just powerful stuff with all the research. I had more
Mhm.
research that I kept personally that
Yes.
I've done, but it's okay. So many
No, you
things.
can find
This
it.
is
We can
50 years
continue talking.
ago.
Somebody may have questions.
Okay, so
Somebody,
yeah, I'm gonna go to my website. Yeah, but if anyone
I
has
have
a question,
I have
Yes,
a question. I apologize. I came in late. So you're talking about soy and the benefits of soy. I don't know if you would
Yes.
address this yet, but a lot of people say that too much soy is not good for women. So you're saying that soy is good.
and we said
Yes,
little, not too much. We don't eat too much. A little every day is good.
a little every
Yeah,
day.
we said it a little every day. Like
I did
the
a,
Asians do
Mhm.
that. They eat soy every day.
who is it?
The
The
Asians,
Asians, yes, yes, they
their
do.
whole culture for thousands of years, they eat soy every day.
Mhm. You know, Lisa, I had the opportunity to go to Switzerland with Dr. Mayman Wilson of Centurion Ministries. He happens to be the #1 cancer researcher for the Adventists, I'd call him. And I did the cancer program with him it was a very intense 2 week. And I learned that there. He said, a little soy will protect you from cancer.
Yeah,
Just a little soy. Michelle, I'm going to make you co-host also.
no problem.
I can't
So
see
so
everybody.
in the form of tofu is good.
Sorry, say it again.
Soy in the form of tofu is good.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
soy.
just a
bean-
little every day.
non-GMO. Once is non-genetically modified. Because if you think about soy is a bean.
That's what it is.
Coffee is a bean. We've established that the coffee bean is dangerous, but people drink coffee every single day and nobody complains. Coffee raises your estrogen level more than soy. It is very bad with women and estrogen. It has very bad. Drinking coffee daily gives adverse reactions to the body, especially with women. And yet nobody complains about coffee.
Mhm.
Nobody. We even know if you drink coffee, you try to come off, you know coffee is bad for you, but nobody complains.
Mhm.
And people drink it
Mhm.
every day, and it does raise the estrogen level to a level that will promote you to have breast cancer. Nobody complains. But yet they go after soybean, which is also a bean that has been proven to reverse or help the person to prevent them from having cancer. It's established. And we can just look at the Asian population. They hardly have the disease of the Western people in the Western world with the cancers and the heart disease.
No, they don't.
They
Unless
don't.
they live on a
And
Western
soy
diet.
is a part of their meal every day. They make their own tofu. They add a little tofu to their soups and their dishes, and it's true. They eat, even if they're eating meat, they're eating tofu, they're eating soy. No, and they don't have the disease of the Western world.
Mm.
It's like they are a living, what you would say now, study going on.
Mhm.
But they eat a little. They don't overdo it. Eat a little, and they eat it.
If when you go to their restaurants, they're not eating the foods that they serve us either.
No, they don't.
If you watch the way they eat, they
don't.
go in the corner. They have lots of carbs.
Lots of
Actually, they have a
veggie.
lot of rice and
Lots of
vegetables, lots
veggie.
of, yeah.
Lots of
not.
veggie. I've
I'm
lived
adding a little
there.
coriander. I forgot the coriander.
When you go to their home and they're serving you a meal, because I host and I go to their home and the
Mhm.
Asians, on that table is every vegetable you can think of, slightly stir fried and little this bowl of that veggie, this bowl of that. It does have the soy too, but it has a lot of rice and it has the different vegetables, lots of vegetables.
Mhm.
And that's how they eat.
Lots. Mhm.
Lots of varieties of it on that one for that one meal. And they eat a little of all these variety of vegetables and that's it, and keep it going.
I'm going to add my soy now without adding the tomato paste and the coconut milk because it does slow down the process. So I'm going to just add a cupful because quite frankly, it's just me one having this today probably. So if the recipe does call for 2 cups of the chunks. This is not really chunks though. This is like, they're like little slices, but it's fine. It's about the same thing. I'm probably just going to add a cup and a half. I won't add the whole thing. All right, and then I'm going to make sure I add some water because it takes water for rehydrating. If you don't rehydrate it properly, now some people like to soak it overnight. I'm not one to soak anything overnight, to be very honest. May I be honest? Not the chunks. I find that if you boil it long enough, the texture is just like meat, isn't it, Michelle?
Yes.
The texture is just, it's amazing to me. How I used to put it in my soups when we used to make soups at when I made soups at Something Better. But the only reason I stopped is because some people are like, what is that? I don't want that, because I already said I don't want to have meat, so I don't want anything that resembles meat, So I just want to show you how this is gonna, there you go. So I'm gonna let it come to a boil. I'm gonna cover it. So the recipe itself, like I said, calls for 3 cups of chunks, right? 3 cups of chunks, you always double your water. So here's the recipe. I'll read it for you and I'm going to add it to the video in the chat. And I'm also it's on my site. It's just that there are no notes to go with it. So the recipe is 3 cups of TVP chunks, 6 to 7 cups of water, 2 to 3 potatoes. But this is a large recipe, so you can cut it down. I was supposed to add some green peppers, I forgot. Medium onion, a cup of tomato sauce we have here, 3/4 cups of coconut milk, some bay leaves, Italian seasoning, cloves of garlic, turmeric, coriander, cumin, a dash of cayenne. And then you can add your salt and whatever after. This also has a little honey, so I'm going to remove the honey because my vegans will not want that. They would not want the honey, so I'll just use some maple syrup or a pinch of brown sugar will just bring the flavors together. Just a pinch, not a lot. You don't need a whole lot. Matter of fact, my tomato sauce has a little sugar, so I won't put any in there. Go on, Michelle.
Yeah, it's interesting too that it has a lot of calcium. So think about it as women age, they have a higher risk of having osteoporosis. Well, the calcium in this form is very, bioavailable to the body. So compared to drinking animal milk, this would be great for the body. And when I think about the fact that what the enemy has done to soy is the fact that they have come in and tampered with it. They have genetically modified and altered it. So the body does not recognize it as the original soy. So there's a lot of it out there because they end up using it mostly for animals to eat. So they're feeding the animals and then you're eating it secondhand. So they're feeding it. And because they've tampered with it also, that's why you try to get the non-GMO one. And most of it for food consumption, most of it, you will see that they try to make sure they get organic beans that are non-genetically modified. But I'm just trying to show you that as we make food choices, there's like a battle going on for what is good. And if you notice, there's a twist going on. The coffee is good, yet the soybean has gotten a bad rap, and it has literally gone out and in a lab genetically modified it. And that means they went down to the DNA level of it and added another species in it, because what they'll do is say they'll put a bacteria in it or just another species. They splice the gene of that soybean. And because when they can grow it, because they're growing it not for human consumption, they're mostly growing it for animal consumption. So they literally, so that when they can literally, cause they put like fertilizer, pesticides that are in it so that the bugs can't eat the plant. So they're thinking, oh, we can make it strong enough. It repels the bug, but they've changed. I mean, it repels bug and anything that would eat it in the farm. However, doing that, it makes it now harder for us. If we eat one that's genetically modified, we might end up with allergies, and then you'll be like, oh no,
Right.
It's gotten a bad rap because these are what they do, because they rather feed it to the animal than to us, because they know it's good for us. And so that's what's going on.
That's good information.
It's great. And they're doing it more and more to other foods, whether you believe it or not, because all it is about how long it can last, how long they can keep it on shelves. When you think about all this kind of food that are you'd say bad for us, is because at the end of the day is how long it can last on the shelf, how long it can last, is how much more money they can make from it. So it's also good for, we talk prostate cancer prevention.
Yeah, I was going to say prostate cancer,
Yes,
actually. Because when we spoke about it in Switzerland, Dr. Wilson was like,
yes,
we need this for our men. The men need it. And the thing is that, unfortunately, the men come to my store and they're like, oh, I'm not eating soy. I want soy free. So I said, why? Who told you that soy is bad? Oh, they say it's very bad for me. And I don't want to have no feminine qualities and all kinds of silly things they say. No joke, they do. And so I'm like, no, I said, that's not.
I don't
No
know.
joke. I don't know where they get these things from.
I don't know. It is. They're like, oh, you're gonna have men boobs. You're gonna have boobs, and you're gonna talk with a high pitch. But however, how many people you see going around like that? And like we're saying, you're not gonna be eating soy all day long. You're eating balance. You're eating fruits, vegetable, high fiber. You're not just eating that all day long.
Exactly.
So it's just weird how the enemy has attacked it.
I'm telling you, they come in my store with all manner of thoughts about soy. I tell you, none of it is ever good, ever. And I have to really like be encouraging them to try it and say to them, listen, it's so beneficial. And I do like you, I go to Google and I say, listen, look at the benefits. I still don't want it. So I'm just trying to help people to understand that, you know, the devil has taken this soy story. Because, you know, when you think of the farmers who are being affected by the amount of people that are becoming vegetarians, you know, I guess they figure they have to continue to give it such a bad rep. So that people will continue drinking the milk, eating the beef, eating the chicken, eating whatever. So let's continue giving it a bad rep. I mean, there are books about the awfulness of soy. I mean, people have brought me over the years, I've done this 23 years. I have a book for you to read on that soy that you're eating. You know, and I'm like, okay, thank you. I put the book down. To be honest with you, I don't think I ever read one. Like Michelle said, just make sure it's non-genetically modified, non-GMO. Make sure the package says that when you go to the store, and you're basically okay. And of course, if you have indigestion or some problems with it, then you eat it. Don't eat it.
Yeah, and it's a bean. People make it out to that it's some.
Let me show them the bean. Let me show them. I have a bag here. I bought it right from the store where LV's, one of our class, right here. There it is. And it was $2.14 for this big bag of beans, right? So it's a bean. All you do is you get your bean. You can make these things yourself. You know that.
Marley, one day let's make tofu and show.
Yes, we should do that.
How we make tofu, how you make soy milk. You've done soy milk. Tofu.
Yeah.
Let's make tofu.
Yeah, because people need to understand that you can take that bean and you can create your own. You know, we can create our own. So this class is just for education. It's just to inform, educate. I am so saddened when I see so many people who I know it could have been avoided. They're in hospital had a stroke, had whatever, and you can see that they're going down, spiraling downward, and you're like, wow, can I just help that person? I got a call last night that a very prominent member of our government is in hospital. Can you help this person? I'm like, of course, I'd be more than honored and happy to help, but you can make that call all you want. It's the person's choice. It's the choice of the individual, so I'm just trying to
Okay.
I just want us to have a better quality of life. I want to have a better quality of life. When you exercise with me in the mornings, you're helping me have a better quality of life. When you learn and I'm teaching you, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to live what I'm teaching you too. I'm not out of this equation. I'm in this equation with you. I'm just trying to help us all to be healthier citizens. When we think of the fact that the Bahamas is the fattest Caribbean island in the world, that's really sad. And then we're the sixth fattest in the world. That's really sad. It means that our appetites have taken full control of us. It's taken full control. So
Arlene.
I'm just,
Good
yes, go
morning.
ahead. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Look how it's rehydrating. Can you see it? Look at that. We have meat. It tastes just like meat. And you can flavor it however you want. You can have it curry, you can have it sweet and sour, you can have it barbecue. I'm gonna add some more water. Go on, sweet girl. Sorry,
Okay,
Darnett.
Yeah, I went out on Friday, made my son, and we had some, I guess the soybean, the edamame.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
Is that
love
what you
them. I
call
have them in my freezer even now, sweet girl. I love them.
Yeah, we order, you can order those. And
me show them.
then you shell them and you can eat them like peanuts.
Yeah, you can get them in many forms. I got
Yeah.
them frozen. You got yours. How did you get yours?
These were fresh. They were just like steamed in the pods.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I like
I got it at Kingdom like that. Is that opposite Solomon's Fresh Market?
Yes.
Yes. What's the name of that? Yes, I got it there. It was so good. That was the best thing on the menu.
Absolutely. I agree. It was so good.
I
I
won't say
never
anymore. It was so good. But I buy these. I love them. See them here? You get
I'm
them at the
gonna buy-
store.
I promise I'm
And they
gonna buy
taste
some.
so
I
good.
promised my son I'm gonna buy some because he actually ordered it to try it. And he loves them, so I'm gonna buy them and we're gonna cook them home.
Yeah, you can buy them in the pods too at the store. You can
Yeah.
buy them in the pods, but I love it like that. No,
And
just
so
like
that's the source, a good source of soy. That is soybean, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Just
It is.
the green one before it's dried.
I love it. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Yeah.
Arlene?
Huh?
I have an observation. So as we're going through menopause and we're having our hot flashes and everything, then we say, okay, we're gonna go to the doctor because we need help. We can't deal with, it's just so much. So the doctor is gonna put you on hormone replacement therapy. Have you ever realized where's where it's from? It is actually made from the urine of pregnant horses and other synthetic hormones. And you mean you'd rather take in your body the urine of pregnant horses and other synthetic hormones than eat half a cup of soybeans daily? Because it's just the weirdest thing. You'd rather that than tofu or soy milk, a glass of soy milk.
That's crazy. You think I want the urine of horses? I don't eat meat. And the urine itself, come on. So, come on, let's choose. Choose ye this day whom you will serve. Athena just smiled. Come on. I'll take the soy. Hey, Paula says, I'll take the soy. I'll take the soy. All right, let's do it. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Okay, sorry. There we go. Some people are commenting on our YouTube channel. Love edamame. Hi, Dimples. Good morning. Dimples says, good morning. This is Gail. Gotta get ready for work. Oh, hi. Yeah, she said she buys them from the grocery store. Good morning, Gail. Gail, that's your cousin. Is it? Amber. Yeah. So I prefer the soy. I go with the soy,
Really?
obviously.
You? Which Gail?
That's Gail Farquharson, who I traveled with. I don't know if y'all are relatives. That's Miss Young's best friend, your grandmother's favorite best friend.
Oh, okay.
Miss Young's daughter.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
She's watching
okay.
on our YouTube channel.
Hi, Gail. I
So-
don't know if you remember me, but hi.
Yeah, this is looking really good. This is looking really good. Wow. So what else you have to share with us, Michelle? Come on, keep on going.
If I could only have found my notes had so much good.
You have to when you go to
I have to look
your
for it.
Hotmail, when you go in your email,
Yes, but
put in the search soy. And then anything, well, you can't do that. 'cause
well, it's in the
labeled.
archive, and I don't think I can find it in
Oh.
my archive.
Okay, all right. Well, you have
The
to find it
archive.
for us for later.
Later.
Yeah, yeah. But we're making our own beef, and if you didn't want to do the soy chunks, you could do garbanzos, you can do just the potato and the vegetables, you don't have to put soy in there if you didn't want the soy. You could put the edamame in there if you didn't want to do the chunks. There's so much variety to this one recipe. There's so much you can do with this just one recipe. Think of other vegetables that you could put in there to make it even better than this. Any other questions? Okay, so I usually, when I'm making it, you can come up with your questions, of course. When I'm making this, I usually wait for it to rehydrate to the point that it kind of shreds. When you cut it, it's very tender, just like steak. It reminds me a lot. When my granddaddy used to cook a lot of steak. He loved steak. And he was an excellent cook. He would let that steak cook down in his frying pan until it got tender, very, very tender. So I like to cook it until it gets very tender, so it's easier to digest, it's softer, and it resembles beef. All right, let me see if there are any other benefits that I did have some benefits. Hold on, I have it opened up on my computer here. So like Michelle said, so we just review while Michelle's looking up more information. And if you go to our websites, Something Better Today or Healthier Steps, you will find a lot of information on soy and its benefits. Just type in soy in the chat and all of our notes on soy will come up. But it regulates hormonal imbalance in women. It helps to reduce menopausal symptoms, like she said before, it aids in weight loss. We're here for weight loss. If you're really looking to lose the weight, and the one thing you want to do is cut back on the meat intake, the high consumption of meat. And so that's why I chose to go with this recipe, because this really does help you to feel like you're eating meat. It feels like you're eating meat, It helps to promote the heart health. It acts as an awesome substitute for meat, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. Imagine, and it does help to regulate the blood sugars. Tomorrow, we're going to talk a lot in our class about, tomorrow we'll talk a lot about the liver and how well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, I promise that we'll talk about the coffee enema. I have quite a number of persons asking, so we're going to do an extensive study, and then on Wednesday, we will do a bit more on the carbohydrates in the liver. Okay, thank God I don't need the doctor's medication for that, but appreciate to know about the soy, Michelle, if it ever gets to that. I so appreciate this information because I tried, but buy most products soy-free, especially my almond milk. There you go. So there are people who are actually trying to go, like when you go to the food store, I hear people saying, I'll take the almond milk, but I'm not taking the soy milk. I literally heard a young lady saying that. The guy brought her the soy milk. She said, I don't want it. And she walked away and left it right there because soy has gotten such a bad rep. So I think it's time for us to help to build up the reputation of soy. Let's build it up and to help people to realize it's not what we thought it was. It's not. And that the taste can be great. The benefits are great. And we just can't go wrong. All right. I think our soy is cooked. Let me just wrap it up quickly. Let me show you what we're going to do with this. So I'm going to add now my coconut milk. because I love coconut milk. So I'm only gonna add half because of course I have half the recipe. So I have my coconut milk. You all know I love coconut milk, right? Right. It's 3 ABN. I did about I did so many cooking classes with 3 ABN some years ago. They were like, she's the coconut milk woman. Blame Michelle. They were like, she's a coconut milk woman. And so there you go. You have your little sauce. And you know what? You don't have to thicken it. You can just take a potato or two and just mash that potato. And the starch from the potato will thicken your gravy for you. I'm going to use some of my mom's Ragged Island salt. Not my mom, but from her country. Guess what? Down in Eleuthera, I actually saw a salt pond. There was a salt pond right there on the main road. Only one main road, but right on the main road. We got a video of it. I got to show you guys in one of my shorts. So salt is in lots of our islands. I never knew that.
Yeah. They
Yeah, I
have it
didn't know we
in-
had salt pond in Eleuthera. Huh?
in Harbor Island as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't. I was happy to see it. I thought only Ragged Island and Inagua. Wow. So look
Exuma
at that.
has it as well.
Exuma. Yeah, I saw it in Exuma. That's right. I saw it in Exuma. Sorry. Yes, Exuma has it. They have a salt pond. Beautiful. I love that.
Don't
Don't you
leave
think
Long Island and Cat Island.
Long Island, Cat Island also?
Yes.
Wow. Imagine, do you all have a salt pond in Jamaica, Michelle? Do you have salt ponds?
I don't know of any.
Yeah, we have salt ponds all over the Bahamas. And so even Morton Salt has a company in our one of our islands. Yeah. Morton Salt is down in
Oh,
the
wow.
Inagua.
Inagua.
Very nice.
Yeah. So there goes our curry. And you know, we gotta put my sidekick in there. I'm missing Krish this morning. Krish is in Uchi Pines. She'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully, or Friday by Friday. So I put a little sidekick in there, just a little, because I did add some ginger. And ginger, if you add the ginger and the garlic, you don't need to add too much of that. But there we go. So there goes our curry. I'm gonna plate it up and take some nice pictures and add it to the site this morning. And you feel like you're having meat. Yeah, imagine. I should have some white rice to plate a bit. I don't have some quinoa. And my quinoa is a combination of seeds, so it's black and all that kind of stuff. Let me see. There goes. All right. There goes. There you go. Just need some white rice, some plain rice, and some plantain. Yeah. And a salad, of course. Gotta have your salad. Don't miss.
Coleslaw instead of the plantain.
Huh?
Coleslaw instead of the
Oh.
plantain.
Yeah, I don't do coleslaw because the coleslaw has sugar. That's why you never hear me say coleslaw. At my store, the girls always know she's not eating that coleslaw. I had a cup of coleslaw. We had just made it that day, none sold, and I brought it home in the entire big container spoiled because I refused. I know my triggers. You gotta know your triggers. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I missed the information, but can you tell me if there's any sodium in the package? Sodium. There's no salt added to this. Yeah, no salt added. It's just soy. Bam. It contains soy. Nothing in there. Okay, sodium on the pack. No. It does say 20 milligrams of sodium. I guess that's a naturally occurring sodium, but there's nothing else in there but soy. All right. So there goes our recipe for today. Do you have any questions? Anybody has questions? Who's gonna try it? That's what I want to
Can
know.
I have some for lunch?
Can you have some for lunch? Yeah, who's that?
That's Darnett.
Oh, yes, you can have some for lunch. She says, yes, she's gotta get ready for work. Yeah. Okay. All
So
right.
the curry from scratch is just the
Oh.
what that is?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
The
The
turmeric.
curry from scratch is a combination of, sorry for that. I was trying to go to my site. Let's see if I can go there.
I talking about the
It's-
sauce itself.
Yeah, turmeric,
Okay.
turmeric, for the color,
Right?
and of course for inflammation. We use coriander, turmeric, cumin.
So if
Coriander,
you don't,
turmeric,
if you
cumin.
don't have coriander, what is coriander? What is that?
Let me show you. Coriander. Coriander is a milder spice than cinnamon.
It's the
You can-
seed
Okay.
cilantro. It's a cilantro seed.
It's cilantro seed. There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I get it wholesale from our wholesalers here in Nassau because the fact is that when you go to the food store, the price is very, very high for it. I don't know why it's like that, but it's just crazy. All right. So the recipe is, I think I'm making sure I give you all the ingredients. Let's do this. Okay. So yeah, turmeric, coriander, cumin. That's your main ingredients, and of course garlic. You can't go wrong with garlic. All right, but the combination, and then we don't use the white peppers because if you were to the traditional curry powders have white peppers, black peppers, and spices. Some of those spices would include cinnamon, nutmeg. I don't know if they put all those combinations of cinnamon, spices in there, but we don't use them. We're trying to avoid those types of things. All right, and so that's why we are so adamant about making our own curry powder. I have not bought curry powder in many years. I just create my own and it tastes just as good. The kick there would be the cumin. That's just enough. You don't want to put too much. Cumin gives the flavor of curry. And there you have it. And then for my own, I use tomato sauce, and I used I used tomato sauce, and I used what's it called?
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk, yeah, for the flavor. But you don't have to. I just find that it tastes better with the little coconut milk in there. All right. To me, it does.
Thank you.
That recipe is on my site. It has chicken style seasoning, but I have not bought chicken style seasoning in I don't know how many, probably 2 years, a year. I refuse to buy it. Chicken or beef, I don't buy any of them. I just use salt, garlic, cayenne, and I'm good. And lots of garlic. All right. You could put onion powder. You could do potato starch if you didn't need to, because that's what's in there. And then if you want, you could use things like the soy sauce. I don't use too much of that either. I don't. Salt is all you really need. That's it. Anything else you could put in there, Michelle? I did add some smoked paprika if you wanted. No.
Paprika or plain paprika tastes good too.
Or the plain one too tastes just as good. Yeah. All right. This one is Spanish, I think. Spanish smoked paprika, but anyone will do. Anyone will do. All right. Any other questions? Especially on the soy story. Any other questions?
I have a comment with Marley.
Okay. All right.
Marley,
Go ahead. Sorry.
as there's food shortages going on and probably will get worse. Soy chunks, like years ago, I used to use it. When I think of soy chunk, it's one of the best things to have stocked up because that could be a go-to, a lifesaver because you're getting your protein and you're getting the nutrients and it can last 10 years.
You can.
It can last for 10 years. There's a shelf life because it's defatted, so there's nothing going to go rancid. The oils aren't going to go rancid. And it's super cheap, super cheap. It's great for famine, it's great for any kind of shortages, and it's a great item to have as part of if you're stocking up or just for higher prices, as prices go up and hardship. Great.
Well, we do know that things are going to get harder. As a matter of fact, I was given the question just a few days ago, how do I take $30 and feed a family of 4? Can you give us some ideas? So this is definitely one because I just bought this bag, like I said, for $3.60. So that's a dish I could definitely do with the audience. It's $3.60, and that bag is still going because I only took a cup and a half out of it. This can feed a family of 6. And I halved my recipe. This can feed a family of 6 at least comfortably. With a little brown rice, So my money is still there. I still have plenty of money. I could take them into the next day almost. You understand?
Yeah.
And we need to really just, try. Just do the best we can. Just try, keep trying. You don't like the curry, try it another way. You don't like the chunks, then do potatoes. But we're trying to teach you how to stretch your dollar, especially if you're a single mom or a single parent. You need to learn how to stretch that dollar, right? Beans is number one. Remember, I told you there are 4 foods today. There was an article I posted some months ago in our chat. They talked about the foods that we're going to have to go to in the event of a food shortage, which they're saying they're predicting it will be a food shortage, and
Yep.
beans was number one on that list. So, and then they were like, just get into the backyard farming, just start growing your own foods. Root vegetables. The potato was one of them because it grows so easily. Once you can find an area that will carry it or will grow it, So yeah, we gotta think. We have to now start thinking like that. Let's start thinking like that so that we can make sure that we have all that we need. I buy the beans. I go to the store and when I just buy them and throw them in my fridge and keep it in your fridge. If you have a cooler
Darling,
area.
how long? Sorry, but how long do that last? Because I cook on Monday for the week for lunch.
This will last in the fridge 4 to 5 days, I'm sure.
Okay,
Easy.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your fridge is really good, this can last a week in the fridge. It's just the
Okay.
coconut milk. You have to always be concerned with the coconut milk. So long as it's in a cool area, for me, I'll put things in the freezer. I freeze it.
Freeze it.
Just freeze it. If you freeze it, you have no problems, none whatsoever. Just freeze it. Yeah. Just freeze it. Freezing things that's how you get things to last. Just freezing it. Freezing. I believe in the freezer. I believe in that freezer. So if you have the extra space, storage space, then freeze it. Just put it in portion sizes because only you are mostly going to eat it. This one I think your family will enjoy with some rice and coleslaw and plantain. They will enjoy this. Okay, because it tastes just like me. And you sell it at your store. You sell it at your
How do you
store.
sell it? You sell it. We don't sell it that cheap though.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, but you could send a picture of your own that you all have there. And then yours may not be genetically, I don't know. I won't go there.
Okay.
We could check it, but you could send the price and the picture of what you have there at your store so we can at least be able to compare prices. And of course, some people don't want to leave the area. I live in your area, so I don't want to be going all the way uptown if I don't have to. The money that I spend to go
morning.
uptown is the same. That's how I look at that.
Miss Marley,
ahead,
could you
Miss
put a picture
Joy.
of yours in the chat as well, please?
Oh, yes, sure. I'll do that right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I got it, like I said, from Centerville Food Store. So right now I'm advertising for Centerville Food Store all over the internet. Yeah, but Centerville Food Store has a healthy aisle. They have the nuts, the seeds, the quinoa, all those kinds of stuff there in that aisle. All right, so I like that about them. There you go. So I just sent it in the chat. This one says caramel, which means they added a little something to darken the color, but on the back it says chunk. I'm soy, that's it. Nothing added, nothing else. And it was produced right in Florida, in Miami. Literally. Kingston, Miami Trading Company. Sounds like a Jamaican company almost, Michelle. Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soya chunks is a textured protein derived from soybean flour. All right. Anybody else? Otherwise, I'll say have a fantastic day. Something Better is officially closed. I'm making that announcement on the YouTube. I forgot. I won't go there today, but I couldn't exercise with you guys yesterday. I'm so sorry. I must apologize. I went to bed very late. I couldn't sleep. And I took all my sleeping aids, my soursop, my magnesium. Michelle and I, we were up working. And then, I think sometimes when I cross over that line of where I'm sleepy, it goes into another day almost for me. And so, unfortunately, okay. So, I couldn't sleep. And then yesterday was a really hard day for me. I am telling you guys, I had to move so much stuff out of that little store. So forgive me for not exercising with y'all yesterday. I got more than I needed for exercise. right, we'll have a fantastic day. Let me just close on our YouTube at the very least, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Let's just do that. So, bye YouTube. Go to somethingbettertoday.com. Support our efforts. Go to healthiersteps.com. Support our efforts. Oh, YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have websites, we have everything. We're just trying to get this message out there that we can be healthier, happier people. So let me just end the YouTube. Hold on.